Most men think women get attached because of what you give them: gifts, attention, compliments, loyalty, but that's a lie rooted in ignorance of how female psychology truly works. Women don't bond with you because you show up on time or because you flood them with words about how much you care. They get attached to the emotional experiences you create, the energy you embody, and the way you make them feel in your presence. A woman's attachment system is not logical. It's emotional, primal, and connected to desire, arousal, uncertainty, and tension. She doesn't want to feel like she can predict every move you'll make. She doesn't want to feel like she's with a man who needs her validation to feel complete. She wants to feel alive, feminine, desired, and seen, while also feeling a subtle tension that keeps her on edge in a good way. This is why the so-called nice guy often fails to keep a woman's interest long-term. His energy is too predictable, too accommodating, too safe, and it doesn't trigger her nervous system to light up when she's around him. She feels emotionally flat, unchallenged, and unexcited, even if she says she appreciates his kindness. If you want to understand what really creates deep attachment, you need to see that a woman bonds to the man who makes her feel a heightened sense of self. When she's around him, and she feels your grounded masculine energy, your calmness under pressure, your unshakable presence, and your ability to create emotional tension without chaos. She experiences you as the anchor in her emotional storms. This connection builds slowly through contrast moments of warmth followed by moments of distance, moments of playful teasing followed by quiet, powerful stillness. This dance of polarity and presence is what makes her obsessed, not the fact that you bought her flowers or texted her good morning every day without fail. It's about becoming the man who doesn't need her but makes her feel something she cannot get anywhere else. Women attached to men who know how to hold emotional unpredictability while remaining grounded, calm, and unbothered. Most men think they need to constantly reassure her, instantly reply to every message, say yes to everything she wants to keep her happy. But that's exactly what kills desire. Women don't want a man who bends at every whim. They want a man who can stand firm in his energy, who is not swayed by her moods, who can remain calm while she is emotional, and who has the strength to hold his boundaries while still being warm and present. This is not about playing games or being cold, but about having the discipline to pace your attention, creating a rhythm of closeness and space that keeps her emotionally engaged. Every time you remain steady when she tests you with her moods or attitude, every time you can smile instead of react when she tries to spark a fight, you teach her nervous system that you are a man who can handle her. You become the anchor she didn't know she needed, the calm within her chaos. This feeling creates deep attachment, not because you are giving her peace from the outside, but because your energy becomes her peace. When she sees that you don't chase validation, that you don't seek reassurance, you don't let her emotions dictate your actions, she begins to trust you on a level that goes beyond words. This is the moment when her body and mind start to bond with you, because you are not just another man seeking her approval. You are a man who moves through life with purpose, discipline, and presence. She starts to crave your energy because it feels rare, and women attach most to what feels rare. This is how you become the man she thinks about long after she leaves your presence. Most men fail to realize that constantly seeking to please a woman by over-validating her or showering her with constant attention doesn't build desire, it suffocates it. They believe checking in with her every hour, sending her good morning and good night texts without fail, constantly reminding her of how beautiful she is will make her attach. But in reality, this consistent availability and predictability kill the polarity needed for attraction to deepen. When she knows she has your attention fully at all times, she loses the curiosity that fuels emotional attachment. Women are wired to respond to tension and emotional variety, to a rhythm of presence and distance, not a constant flat line of attention. By pulling back slightly, by taking your time to respond, by not always being instantly available, you create space for her to wonder where your attention is, what you are thinking, and what you are doing. This space is where emotional craving is born. She starts to question whether she has your full attention, when she begins to feel the subtle tension of your presence not being guaranteed. She starts to invest emotionally, trying to earn your focus. This is where delayed gratification becomes a powerful tool. Give her moments of deep presence and intimacy, then pull away to focus on your purpose in your life. Share something vulnerable with her, then let silence exist without rushing to fill it. Flirt with her deeply, then disappear for a day to let her sit with the feelings you've created. This is not about playing childish games. It is about pacing your presence and giving her the experience of craving and reward, which her nervous system bonds with on a deeper level. It is in this cycle of tension and release that true emotional addiction forms, making you the man she thinks about constantly. Asterisk, many men lose the edge that created attraction the moment a woman begins to show interest. They start texting more frequently, seeking reassurance, chasing her attention, becoming emotionally reactive to her moods, thinking this will strengthen the connection. But this shift kills the tension and polarity that initially sparked her desire. When she senses that she now holds the power and that your energy revolves around her validation, she unconsciously starts to lose attraction. She no longer feels the tension of wondering if she has your full interest. She feels certain she does, and certainty without earned intimacy breeds boredom. Women don't become obsessed with men who give everything away easily. They become obsessed with men who pace their presence, who let her in slowly while maintaining the edge that drew her in from the start. Attachment after a single night versus months without connection isn't about the sex itself. It's about the emotional environment you create around it. When you can build a hyper-sure, high-desire environment where she feels deeply wanted, yet not fully in control, where she senses your presence, but can't predict your every move. She attaches emotionally because the experience imprints on her. Most men think they are winning her over by being available 24/7, but they are actually erasing the tension she needs to continue desiring them. Women fall for puzzles, not pamphlets. The more easily she can read you and predict your behavior, the less she thinks about you. When you remain emotionally layered, letting her see your warmth while keeping your depth reserved, she keeps chasing not for your time, but for your truth. She will replay conversations in her mind, wondering what you meant, what you were thinking, and when she will get to experience your energy again. And that is where deep attachment takes root. Asterisk, women attach deeply to men who radiate sovereign energy and indifference to outcome, not to men who need them to feel validated or complete. She can sense when a man is trying to impress her, when he needs her to like him, when his sense of worth is tied to her approval, and this kills attraction. Instantly, women want to feel they are choosing a man who is already whole, not completing a man who is empty. When you truly don't care whether she chooses you or not because your life is already full, purposeful and disciplined, she feels that energy without you needing to say a word. It creates a magnetic pull because you become rare, and women attach hardest to what feels rare and valuable. They desire men who bring fire without drama, depth without confusion, and calm authority without control. They crave a man who moves slowly, who doesn't rush into relationships, who takes his time to understand her, and who doesn't crack under emotional pressure or testing. She will test you emotionally and psychologically, pushing to see if you will lose your frame, and when you don't flinch, when you remain calm and centered, she bonds. The nice guy loses her because he gives everything away on the first day, seeking to secure her before tension and connection are built. The seductive man knows how to pace his presence, creating tension and maintaining it without chasing, letting her feel the mystery and depth he holds. This tension becomes the invisible thread tying her thoughts to him long after they part. Women do not attach to what is simply safe. They attach to what feels alive, what challenges them, and what makes them feel deeply. And you can make her feel a sharper, deeper aliveness than she has ever felt before. She will bond with you without you ever having to force it.